tournament games for March 7th, the Sunday. Now, before I jump into this, you know what I got to do. I got to make sure we're streaming all right here on uh, YouTube and Facebook. Perfect. Perfect, 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 perfect. I just got to double check. In the ASUN championship game, Liberty versus Northern Alabama, North Alabama, whatever you want to call them. We're going to call them a loser here. Liberty 14 and 133 and a half. And, as I'm, doing a little research here, going back over the records. One, Liberty's already in the tournament. North Alabama, first year in D1, so they can't get in. So Liberty's already got their slippers on. Nice story, though. 1-7 before the tournament starts. You come in, you pull off a 3-point win. A win by 6 over North Florida as a 3-point dog. 3-point dog against Gulf Coast, win by 5. Home teams, these are the teams that are playing in Florida, and yet here you are in a 1-7 run. 2 big upsets. But here comes Big Bag Liberty. 13 and 10-point wins, 11 straight wins. February 22nd, 23rd, I had to double check this. I thought it was like a typo. Identical 74-54 scores. And look at the North Alabama shooting. 21 of 56 in one game and 21 of 57 in the other. 6 of 22 from 3, 5 of 20 from 3. That's not getting it done when the other guy's 12 of 24 and 16 of 33. So, you know what? We will lay to 16. Nice feel-good story out of the underdog here, but Liberty, again, 13 and 10, beat these guys twice already. I would definitely lean on Liberty here in the ASUN. Excuse me for coughing on you. So Liberty in the ASUN here. I'm going to see if we get any people watching on the Saturday night. 10 o'clock. Though, depending where you live, you could be locked in. Right, nobody's allowed out. We'll lay the 14 here on both meetings. So if you're watching, give it a like, give it a share, give it a thumbs up. Be part of the Win a Free Pick team. We want you to say hello. Big South up next, 12 noon. Winthrop laying 11. Wood 42.5. Line is down 2 since it opened against our 3-seed Campbell. You know what? We had Campbell against Webb. Nice 6-point win there. They took care of Radford by 18. 9 straight wins for them. Winthrop, though, rolling. I didn't think they were at High Point in the first game there. And they won by 29, 21 over Longwood. I want to take Campbell since they're playing well, but part of me is like, I got to get out of this Winthrop lane, man. They're just rolling along. So, again, I might have to lean Winthrop, although I like Campbell. If you want a side here, the line did come down, so maybe we look at the under here. Arsenio, you're locked in. Tell us what you like here in the ASUN, or excuse me, Big South. What do you got? What do you got in the Big South? Let's go. Put it out there. Who do you got? Who do you got? Big South lean under 142. Nothing. You're not going to come out. You say you're locked in. You're not going to give us a game. We got 2. We just did. We did 2 championship games. ASUN, Big South. What do you got? What do you got? All right, we'll move on to the CAA. 11 a.m. Number 4 Hofstra, 5 Delaware. Hofstra, a 3-point favorite. I got to tell you, I like Hofstra here. They've been idle since the 14th. Delaware since January 31st. Game 1, Delaware rolled them 54-56. Pretty good beating there. And then Hofstra comes back with a 1-point win after that. But whenever I see a lower seed here, I want to kind of take Delaware. Because you look at the scores, you're thinking, you know what? You beat them by a nice chunk, double-digit big win. Then they edge you in the game, and now you're catching points. I'm trying to figure out the 3 here. I do like Hofstra, so I'm going to tell you I like Hofstra to get it done. I think Hofstra's it's just, this CAA tournament, these guys have been idle, wacky, no games in a bit for some of these teams. I'm not sure how they're going to play out. So I see some of these unders coming in, but listen, I'm on Hofstra. I think they're 6-7 points better, even though their 2 games did not show that. I will still take Hofstra here, CAA, Hofstra -3. We'll get to Loyola. I'm going to do these 2 other ones, Jake, and then we'll roll over to another conference. Let me just wrap up the CAA here. So 2:30 game, top seed James Madison versus 8 Elon, 13-6 overall, 8-2 in conference, 4-7 in conference for Elon. They come in with a big win over Towson, winning that by 21. And Madison's been off since the 26th. Last game, a loss to Drexel, who's the 5 seed in here. So they lost 84-78. I don't see a line on this game. Will I probably be leaning a little on the dog if we can get something nice? I guess we're, not sure what this line's going to be here because Elon's actually, played a little better down the stretch. Okay, 8-8 overall, not that great. Again, I gave you their conference overall, but they come in. Granted, they were up to the 27th, which isn't too long, but on the road, beat Charleston by 11, beat William & Mary by 21, beat William & Mary by 19, NC Wilmington by 3 on the road, and then they just won by 21 here on a neutral. So I might be leaning on Elon a little bit here if I get a nice number. So you're like an Astro? Okay, excellent. I'm going to no line, leaning Elon right now. Drexel laying 4.5 to Charleston here. Now, 5 seed versus a 3 seed, and the 5 is laying 4.5. I mentioned Drexel just beating a 1 seed. I haven't played since the 26th. But, College of Charleston here, last game in OT lost to someone called Columbus State. Really? Columbus State? We're taking Drexel. We're taking Drexel bait just on that alone. 4-5 for Drexel in conference, 6-4 for Charleston. But as I mentioned, we're running down out. Elon beat him up pretty good down the stretch. Oh, excuse me. They split against Elon. That was my apologies there. They split Elon. And then, how did I thought Charleston lost? They won 86-83. What was I looking at? That was a loser. Wow. Okay, so I'm totally wrong on this game. I had everything flipped. I guess I was rushing. I apologize for that. Look at that. Totally backwards what I wrote down. I know what's on the screen. Glad I looked it up. You know what? This game I was thinking Drexel, but I don't know. I'm gonna lay off this one, 9:30. Forget it. We're not even talking about it. I was wrong on my little notes. What am I gonna do? Look like a dummy. It happens. All right, more tournament action. Let's see what we have up next. So I did CAA. Now you have your Loyola Drake versus 22 Loyola. I had Missouri State. They were my little dark horse there. This Loyola Chicago team just keeps rolling defensively. I actually threw like a crazy future on them to win the tournament. Just some wacky odds. It was like a $33.14, whatever, just to make it even. But I mean, look at just the way these guys are playing. Are you kidding me? 49 points, 58, 52, 52, 51, 54. They just do not, and they don't care winning ugly. I mean, they cover 17, 11. Didn't cover 19. The 19s are a little big. I wouldn't be want to lay that. But what are they going to be laying here against Drake? What do we think? We saw them roll Drake by almost 30, and then they came back and Drake beat them in the next game. So line's going to be what, between 3 and 6, 3 and 7, neutral. I mean, I don't know how they're going to rate up this. Drake did beat him, right? And what do you think? I know someone, there's Jake asking about Loyola. I laid the points. It depends on what they're laying. I mean, they're laying double digits or they're laying 5. How about the under? I think the under would be a good play. Jake likes Hofstra. Tony K coming in with Drexel. He's a Philly guy, though. Watch out for this guy. Drexel Dragons. I kind of like Drexel. You know what? Like I said, I don't know if you caught it, Tone. I was like, I wrote down College of Charleston. I was totally backwards in my writing on them, and I was, but still, 3-point overtime win over Columbus State's not a good look for you. He's up next in tournament action here. Campbell Winthrop we took care of. Then we got East Tennessee State. Again, no line in this puppy against NC Greensboro. I didn't even really get to a pre-line on NCG here at all. I had East Tenney today. I took them. They took care of business for me as a best bet. We'll take it. But I also had NC Greensboro, and that wasn't a winner. And we'll have to check out the numbers when they come. Check out numbers, and we revisit on the noon show because that game's at 5 o'clock tomorrow. That for tonight, UNLV Wyoming. That line flipped. Wasn't Wyoming favored starting that game? Right. Let me look. I thought Wyoming was a favorite. Where's Wyoming, Nevada? I'd probably just look on the screen. It'd be a lot easier than me digging through my notes, but I'm stubborn like that. That's what I'm thinking. Probably between like 4 and 6. They played it was 3.5 and 5.5. So, Drake's tough. Like I said, they beat him 51-50. That's what I'm thinking. You know what? More of an under, if anything. Mike, I'm pulling up the Nevada Wyoming game right now. But I was pretty sure that flipped. I saw that you agreed, so I think we're right. Yeah. You know what? I just like Wyoming. They're home. They're playing up in the playing the altitude. UNLV 3 and 6 on the road. If you want to looking for a late bailout, I guess is that what the thing is? A little late action. What else we got tonight? That's it. There's no Pepperdine. Where's the really late games? I know like Pepperdine. Take some Pepper. I got Pepper at -3 and they're up to 4, so that's a good sign for me, hopefully. Yeah, Jake, I was just I slipped on I was on the other screen. Yep, I still feel good about Pepperdine. Waiting on Marquette -2. All right. They're rolling right now. I was like, you know what? I'd sit today's show at noon. I was like, it makes that lean on Xavier there, but Marquette took care of business in the first half for sure. 32-24. Run up. Moorhead takes care of Belmont. Hopefully Belmont gets in. I know, they just want to put in all these freaking crappy Power 5 schools. Disgusting. North Dakota KC. Is that tonight? Is that game still coming up in the Summit? Or is that for tomorrow? That's a tomorrow game, right? Yeah, because I got South Dak today. Let's look at some Summit action for tomorrow. What do we got here? North Dakota Oral. It's a little dog. You know what? I'm a little partial to Oral Roberts. I've had him a few times this year. So I'll lean definitely on Oral right there. Santa Clara Pepperdine. We're taking Pepperdine there, Michael. Illinois. You know what? I haven't watched the Illinois Ohio State inning. You know how I don't know if you've been watching, Jake. I'm high on Illinois all year. I went Ohio State thinking, you know what? This is a game Illinois could lose, get healthy, and then before tip off, the guy's playing. What am I going to do? You know, it's just that's the kind of thing you put up games the day before, and then guys who you don't think are playing, they're playing, or all of a sudden they're sitting out. It's a COVID protocol, and 4 guys are out. Tough, I try not to watch the games. I had Eastern Kentucky yesterday, getting 3 or 2.5. It was by 3. So I'll be like Bobby Knight throwing chairs across the living room and stuff like that. Try to. That's what I was saying. I did a podcast with a couple guys yesterday, and I was like, I just like to relax. Little HGTV, DIY travel, watch a little home show makeovers. Just try to relax. So tomorrow, I like the in the Summit here. Definitely gonna take Oral. I know the line's dropped. That's fine with me. It's down to 6.5. And KC North Dakota State. Um, I kind of like the over in this game. I mean, my number wise here. Let me pull it up. I have it written down. So I got like 126, 126.5 for the over. It's 119.5. So I'll lean over in that baby if we're looking for North Dakota State and KC. Everton. What is that? Is that soccer? I don't even know what that is. Or is that a player? Probably don't know who he is either. Omar. Sorry. All right, so Summit. Let's put some Summit action up. Summit. We're going to lean Oral over Omaha. Yeah, we were just talking about that, Drake Loyola. We're probably thinking line's going to be between 3.5 and 6, somewhere around there. But the way they played, we saw Loyola blow them out the first game, and then we saw a close 51-50 game in game 2. So my first instinct in that is going to be under in that game with Drake. It's just, it's just so these that Loyola Chicago team is good. They're just good defense. I think it's gonna be an ugly game. I'll go under Missouri Valley. That'll be under. Yeah, in that game. Then I can't believe you're sharp. I was sharp on that one. Sometimes that was a good call. Sometimes sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not so good. Sometimes you're flush, sometimes you're bust. When you're flush, it's never as good as it seems. When you're bust, it's never as bad as it seems. So it's got to find a happy middle. Try to have more wins than losses at the end of the day. Get that 55%. 54. I'll be happy. People are unhappy with 54. I don't understand. It's money in your pocket every day. Grind it out. All right, we did Summit. Where we at? Southern Conference, East Tennessee, Greensboro. I'm not sure on this one yet. I kind of want to take East Tennessee, but Greensboro I think is the best value. I thought they're the best value to start their conference here. Greensboro, the clear front runner, favorites. So again, like I was saying, Oral Roberts. South Dakota State, 4th straight year for South Dakota winning that regular season. Um, I just think Oral Roberts. They're you know that's I like them. So that's it. Might have to use them as a premium for tomorrow. I got a couple premiums up already, but that's might have to add that to the list. I'm going to go with the over in North Dakota AC in that Summit game. Go over Omaha and Lenore. That's over here, just so you see it. Mike, we're talking. Drake. His game is 130 for that total. I will go. I'll go dog it under in that game. I think it's going to be a grinder. We saw it before when they played. Hey, Gloria, under. I'm going to punch that up here for MVC. We'll go Drake and under. Well, I'll lean Drake. Like the under. I ran off some of the scores from what they allowed. Like 55 points, 60. I don't think Drake's going to allow him to score 70 something. So this game's going to be in 60 50s. Winthrop Liberty. Now we just kind of briefly touched on that. We like Liberty there since North Alabama won. Liberty's already punched the ticket there, Jake, because North Alabama's first year in D1, so North Alabama can't get into the NCAAs regardless. So Liberty's already in. At North Alabama 1-7 run before the tournament, and then they pull out as 3-point dogs, 2 big wins by 6 by 5 over basically the home teams in North Florida and Gulf Coast. And Liberty 13 10-point wins, nothing sexy there. 11 straight wins overall for them. Identical 20-point 74-54 wins when they played during the regular season. So North Alla can't shoot the 3. Liberty's going to rain bombs from the outside, so I think they covered a 14. There's probably a 20-point win. North Alabama, nice considering went 1-7 down the road and come back with 2 big tournament wins. Something to build on, but I think Liberty rolls. And Winthrop Campbell's a tough one. It's 11. The total's down 2 from 144. It's at 142 now. 22-1 from Winthrop. At Campbell, we had him. I said I liked him for the tourney. This one's I want to take Campbell, but you look at these scores: 29 over High Point, 21 over Longwood. These guys are really hitting their stride. They beat these guys 94-76, and the other game was 84-83. So one was close, the other one was a blowout. They got 2 blowouts under their belts here. I think they're kind of feeling it. I lean on Winthrop. Lean on Winthrop there. Utah State killed Fresno tonight. What was that line? I think it's like 8 on the road, right? Up to 9. Should they roll like crazy? Probably, but what do I have it at? Not much difference here. I got it at, I set the same kind of number here, 133, 9, 9.5. You know what? You're just looking for action tonight, are you, Bill? Say, why don't you, I don't want to say this even on video because I not something I preach to do, but if you really wanted, why don't you tease it down a little and put it with Wyoming as a little home dog or something? Or you know what? This Wyoming line flipped. Why don't you punch up UNLV a little bit? Maybe, the line flipped a little bit there. So somebody knows something. Who else bet Wyoming, UNLV on the road? That's just my thoughts there. What else? Do we miss any end of these games for tomorrow? I think we hit them all basically, or conference wise at least, tournament wise. I guess somebody's going to want some Big 12 stuff. Baylor, Texas Tech. Everybody wants the big sexy names here. I got a monster game going tomorrow. First of all, not that I always throw out my premium stuff, but I got a top short shot tomorrow. um, go get it. Or the write ups here in the description, there's a nice 3-day pass for half the a great steal of a deal. Hey Daniel, how are you? Best three for tomorrow college hoops. Well, my top one is you got to get the package for that one. I'm going to be putting up something special for that. You don't want to miss out on that top sure shot going in college basketball tomorrow. I think I really love this game. Other games I kind of like, we talked about here, I kind of like Oral Roberts. I like them. They're like my little team there. So you ask for my top three. What type of man? We'll say Oral, uh, Hofstra, and probably Winthrop right now. Winthrop. And you know what? We'll throw the under Drake game out there. The thing about betting Power Five, just like anything, that those lines are going to be right on target. Tough to find good value either way. Just because of the schools they are, as opposed to when we're talking Oral Roberts or Hofstra or Arkansas State or Liberty or Utah State or any of these other mid majors around. So when you get the big schools that are on ESPN, 4 days a week, I mean, everybody knows those schools. Not going to get a good edge on that. All right, we hit on all the tournaments. We hit the championship games. Tomorrow, 12 noon, we'll be back. I gave out if you're on the Free Picks YouTube, if you go over there, if you subscribe and stuff or follow, I gave out the NBA free pick for the All Star game tomorrow. That if you want to get down on that, but college basketball will be fun tomorrow. More tournament games this week. So tomorrow, 12 noon, I'll be back. Again, people, thanks for watching, but be sure to like, subscribe, get in the Facebook group, get on YouTube, share with your friends. My Twitter handle is there. My Twitter handle is there. Give me a follow. And I'll see you tomorrow, lunchtime. We'll talk some more college basketball.